It's time for Be in the Driver's Seat with Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and mental health expert, Dr. Teresa Moore. A Saturday morning mix of cars, credit, and wellness created just for you.
Brought to you by Joe Lunghammer Chevrolet of Waterford.
Plan your next vehicle purchase or get your credit rolling in the right direction with Regina today. And now, Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and Dr. Teresa Moore.
Good morning, good morning. You listen to Be in the Driver's Seat, and I am Regina Eileen Woodard, a.k.a. the Queen of Car Loans. And you know I'm here with my favorite two people this morning. Dr. Teresa.
Is you going to say my last name today?
Moore. I was hesitating.
Good morning, everybody. It's Dr. T. Happy Saturday.
Good morning. It's Mr. Trust the Process. Happy Saturday to you.
Look who's back, y'all. Y'all hear his voice? He back.
Mr. Gil Garrett is in the building.
The Po-Po.
What's going on, Po-Pos?
Man, there's no place like home. There's no place like home.
Yeah, because he been gone for a minute, y'all. And when he vacate. He don't even talk to us. He vacate.
Wait a minute, should I take you off block now?
Oh, yeah, please take me
Should I take you off block now?
Please take
I don't
me
know.
off block.
Okay.
I don't know if he should come off. I don't know.
Please take me off block now, because I tell you, it's a different atmosphere out there, and I can't wait till we get to your word of the day, because I need some guarantees in these new folks that I've had to team up with. So I appreciate seeing y'all. I've watched and I've heard the shows, and I mean that Regina. I don't think nobody has a better introduction coming on the radio or a podcast at this point.
Well, you know what? That's why they call me the Queen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? We missed you these last couple weeks. We're glad that you're back with us. But we still acknowledge you. Even though you weren't in the building,
Was not here.
you weren't in the building and you were not here, and because we gotta let people know. When somebody's missing, everybody that came in was like, okay, where's Gil? Where's Trust the Process? I'm like, bye, we're here. They were like, where's Trust the Process? No, I just said that to make you feel good, okay?
That's what big sisters supposed to do. I didn't have no big sisters on these roads when I was out on the road. So I'm grateful for the opportunity and just the acknowledgement, because I tell you, like I say, when we get to that word of the day, I definitely need some guarantees. So I appreciate you.
We appreciate you too. So, Dr. T, did you have a good week?
I had a great week.
You did?
I did.
Give me 2 words that will explain your week.
Thankful.
Thankful.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What about you? Okay, can you give me 2 words, Brenda? I'll come back to the process. Give me 2 words. So Brenda Davis, the realtor that moves you with Century 21 Town and Country, is here this morning. So I need 2 words from her. She has her 2 segments coming up this morning. But Brenda Davis, what is your word of the week? Or not your word of the week, but what's 2 words can explain your great week you just had?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Regina, Dr. T, and Gil. How is everyone today? I hope you had a good Easter Sunday weekend. But the 2 words for me, blessed and abundance.
Ooh.
Those are my words to describe this weekend. You know what? Yes, abundantly blessed.
Yeah, that's good.
Just, feel the love, feel God's glory in my life every single day.
Well, amen. So we're going to get back to you, sir. What's your 2 words?
Tis grace.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not even going to let you explain on that, because if I let Doctor, wow. You can
you got the doctor?
Right, okay. All right. I'm just giving him the doctor today, right?
You got the doctor?
That's confirmation.
Listen, if I ask Trust the Process, what does he mean by that? He's going to talk for 5 minutes. So we're not going to do that this morning because he has not had this mic. And, when you haven't had that mic for a couple weeks and you had doing other things, then sometimes you just talk.
I don't know.
No, this mic is a little different than the other mics. This mic is home. Them other mics is something different, and we need to. Just be grateful, just by His grace. Like, this has been a powerful week, and I was excited just to come back home.
Okay, good. He did. Did you see that? He did it anyway. The popo's trying to take over. That's what they do. Slide on in. You know. And that's why you got to be careful when you're driving in your car, because what'll happen is the police, they will slide on in like they slid in on me one day. Slid on in. Slid on in. When you think you're doing good, you riding down the street and the popos, the police, the Bloomfield Township police, okay, slide in on you, and they slid on at me. And the queen, no, I wasn't speeding. I'm not gonna tell all my business on the air here, okay? But I was not speeding, okay? I was not. Thank you, Dr. T, for not telling people what I did. So our word of the week is warranty. You guys know I always got to put it back to cars. You know, I'm the queen of car loans at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet, and when I look at warranty, I'm thinking about a vehicle, a car, right? And when it comes to a car, are you getting a warranty? Are you buying a warranty with your vehicle? If you're getting a new car, you know, it comes with the manufacturer warranty, 3 years or 36,000 miles, or 5 years, 60,000, which covers the engine and transmission. So it used to be 5 years. It used to be 5 years, 100,000. Now it's 5 years, 60. So you don't necessarily have to get that warranty in the beginning. You can always get it before the 36,000, or you can get it before the 60, or you can even get it before the 100. But think about it. If you get it after the fact, then you may have to get your vehicle through service just to make sure you don't have any problems with your vehicle. Because what do? When something is wrong with it, we want to go get it covered. So the reason they may say, the dealership may say, and they may not, they may say, well, you know, you need to come in and pay for this inspection for your vehicle. And the reason they say this because if your engine is tack, 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 doop, 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 making a noise, or your transmission is going, it's knocking, and then you say, well, I'm going to get this warranty to get it covered. You have a, what do they call that before, when you have a pre-existing condition, or it's something wrong with your car. It's pre-existing. So now you want to get it covered. So it doesn't work like that. So if you get a new car and you don't get a warranty beforehand, you can get it after the fact. And then if you get a used car, you can do the same thing. If you don't get it at the time of when you get the car, talk about it later. But now if you buy an as-is car, that's a different story. Contact your nearest dealer, or contact that salesperson or that dealership you're buying your car from. Then if you're buying another car, you're buying a car with high mileage, my advice, you better get, if there's a warranty included, you can get one, you better get that warranty up front. Because the thing about that car with high mileage, you're looking at 100, when I say high mileage, I'm talking about something over 100,000 miles. You want to be able to protect yourself. Dr. T, when you look at warranty, what do you think about warranty?
So when I think about the word warranty, I think about guarantees, right? So as a therapist, there's some guarantees that I'm going to give my client. Number one, I'm going to show up. I'm going to be present in the session. I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to provide you tools to help you advance to where you're trying to go. So we're going to meet those treatment goals. But also, it's a dual thing. I'm expecting you as the client to also show up, to come in and be open and ready to receive. If you are, in fact, wanting change, I need you to be truthful. So those are some things that when I think about warranty, I think about some guarantees. If you guarantee to come in and do your part, I'm going to do mine.
Man, oh my goodness, that was a nice alley-oop. When I think about warranty, I think about warranty in the aspect of teammates. I think about warranty in the aspect of having individuals around that guarantee that your accountability. You know, having some folks that, you know, in the heat of whatever is going on, that you can look to them and they just give you a shrug of the shoulder, or it's going to be okay. Or I spent 2 weeks, you know, with individuals that I didn't have guarantees from, you know, but you get on these platforms and stages and you out there and you looking at the audience. It's good to understand that, you know, there's folks at home that you know that you can get that warranty that everything is going to be okay, that you're just not here just to be here. So when I think of warranty, I think about guarantees of folks who are going to hold you accountable but yet be supportive. That's what I think about when I think about warranty.
So, Brenda, what is warranty with you? Brenda Davis, the realtor that moves you with Century 21 Town and Country.
Sing it, girl. Well, warranty to me You know, being a realtor, I look at home warranties. And home warranties pretty much provide coverage for just about any and everything that could possibly go wrong in your home. In some cases, we can, when you present your offer, if you're the buyer, sometimes you can put in your purchase agreement that you're requesting that the homeowner purchase that warranty for you. In some cases, the homeowner might already be providing that coverage for you, but it's $1 million plus investment. Either your homeowner pays for it or you do, but you can't beat it if the wash machine, the dryer, the plumbing, the furnace, they even have coverage now for roof repair. And let's keep that repair in mind. They will not replace the entire roof, but if you have a leak, then there's coverage under the warranty that would take care of the repair of that. Water heaters, you name it, there's coverage for it, and the policies range and cost depending on the type of coverage you select.
That's good.
So you know what? I want to piggyback on this because we have a few minutes here, like 4 or 5 minutes to chat here. I honestly want to talk about, getting a home warranty after the fact, Brenda.
Definitely.
Yeah, let's talk about that because like right now I have a home warranty that I purchased through Brenda. Brenda actually put me in this house. I ain't gonna say how long ago, but yeah, she put me in this house and had a home warranty in the beginning, but actually I wanted a home warranty. So I've been with this home warranty company for 2 years. And I called Brenda and I said, hey, Brenda, who can I get a home warranty to? Now, I didn't know that I could get one from through her. I'm just having a conversation. So let's talk about warranties after the fact, home warranty on homes after the fact, after you've in your house.
Sure. You can always buy a home warranty. You can purchase it at the time of closing, if in fact that's going to be your responsibility to do so. If you're unable to afford it at that time because of the other expenses involved in that purchase, then you can always do it at a later date, and you will have the coverage that's provided under that policy. So again, it's just a good idea to have it. You heard it from the Queen of Car Loans, Regina, that she was able to purchase that warranty after the fact and still had the coverage available under the policy.
You know, Brenda, I'm glad you expanded on that because as a homeowner, when I first purchased my home, it was a relatively new home. Mm-hmm. And so I was thankful for the warranties, but I'm also in favor of purchasing additional warranties on things around. So I thank you for sharing that with us. But since the realtor who moves us is in the building, so Brenda, tell us real quick. So when you meet with a client, do you tell them up front, hey, get additional things, or just use the warranty that comes with the home?
Well, if you're making a purchase of a new item, such as an appliance, even a TV, we know that you have the availability at the time of purchase to purchase an additional warranty beyond that a manufacturer of that particular item is going to extend. But with regards to the home warranty, I have not seen a policy that would cover something like a TV. In fact, I have a TV that's broken now, and I'm looking at my warranty, and they are not going to cover a broken screen, right? But on all the other appliances that are existing in the home at the time of purchase, some will be newer than others, and so you'll have to keep that in mind and consider that with regards to whether or not you want to purchase that home warranty.
Wow. So, Brenda, how long are home warranties? What is the range, the normal range for
normally
a home
it's a 1 year coverage.
1 year.
1 year, and you have to renew that warranty. It's just like an insurance policy. They give you 12 months from the day. And if you want to continue that policy, you're going to have to reinstate that policy to continue the coverage.
1 year on the
1
furnace?
year, that's it. I'm sorry.
1 year on stuff inside. Wait a minute. 1 year?
1 year. Well,
But it's $30 for me to pay off the house, and I only get 1 year.
And you have to renew it. I'm sorry, I'm the messenger.
So
the policies are as written.
I'm still shocked. The 1 year. So can you have, how many claims can you have in that year? Like what if it's a rough winter and the furnace goes out?
Most of them have a dollar amount. But, on the other side of that, the warranty that I recommend to our clients is American Home Warranty, American Home Shield, I'm sorry. And they will give you like up to $7,000 just to replace a refrigerator. That's huge because refrigerators go out and refrigerators are very expensive these days. They may not give you the same make, but they will give you something very similar to what you have in your home.
All right, so I love the fact that we shared home warranty this morning. And home warranty, for any of our listeners, you need to be thinking about a warranty for whatever you do. I do, I bought a TV for the pastor's mother. And I bought it because she said, she was just general conversation. She said her TV went out, right? And so I actually bought a warranty from Target. I bought a TV from Target, surprised her. And I got a warranty, a 3-year warranty. So, all right, we'll be right back.
Hi, Joe Lunghammer from Lunghammer Chevrolet here with Regina, the Queen of Car Loans. What kind of deals you have right now, Regina?
This tax season, I'll match your down payment up to $500 on any new or used vehicle.
So if a customer brings $250,
I'll make it $750.
if they bring $500,
I'll make it $1,000.
when you come in, just ask for Regina, the Queen of Car Loans.
Ha! It's good to be the Queen of Car Loans.
Yes, Joe knows.
To find me and this limited time deal, Google Regina, the Queen of Car Loans.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Whether you're relocating to Michigan from another state or another country, moving across town, upgrading, or downsizing, Brenda D. Davis from Century 21 Town and Country Real Estate is your locally known home purchase expert. Buying or selling your home is a complex process. Let Brenda simplify it every step of the way. Brenda D. Davis, the realtor that moves you. Call 248-909-9711 and get moving on your new home purchase or sale today. That's 248-909-9711. Call now.
You're still listening to Be in the Driver's Seat, and we're going to go all the way to Atlanta, Georgia, and we are speaking with Cathy Washington, our financial coach. Good morning, Cathy. How you doing?
Hold that note.
You want me to hold it?
Good morning.
Don't influence her to do that, Kathy.
Kathy is my mentor.
morning,
She got
everybody.
it. Wait a minute. I got two mentors. I got Brenda Davis here, and I got Kathy all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. They're my mentors, so why wouldn't you encourage me to sing, Dr.
Don't
T?
encourage her to sing, please, Kathy.
What? How do you not encourage me to sing? Okay, that's
Kathy,
a different
you know
note.
what? I'm so
Well, good
excited
morning,
this
everybody.
morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, man. Where else you gonna get an introduction like that? I mean, a full
I
on
know
slide
it.
harmony
I know it.
on what's going
That's what,
on
like-
your introduction.
That's
And
why I was
now
like,
he'll give you
hold that
goals.
note.
I'm gonna hold it. So, Kathy, this morning we're gonna be talking about. You guys need to get your pen, your paper ready because learn this morning. Learn, and it's free information. Free information.
Right.
Kathy, let's start off giving your
Okay.
telephone number and how they can reach you because they're gonna be so excited after this call. They're gonna reach out.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. Yes, you can reach me at 1-800-988-9184, 1-800-988-9184. And I'm super excited this morning because to the point that Regina made about just, learning and being educated, I'm always talking about being an advocate, right? Making sure we know what we need to know in order to handle our business and make sure we have our financial affairs in order. So today we're going to talk about those credit card statements that come month after month after month after month. And we want to make sure that we understand some key things. One thing that I want to just bring to your attention, everybody's always talking about, okay, well, how much do I have to pay? What's my balance? Of course, we know the balance is going to be there. We also know that we're going to have our minimum payment amount going to be on that statement, and our closing statement amount, the date is going to be on that statement. So those are the two that I'm going to hone in on today, just because I think that there can be a myth, right? When you think about the minimum payment amount that's due, that is what the credit card company wants you to focus on, the minimum. We don't do minimum, right? We want to make sure we pay. If we can't pay the entire amount, we want to pay as much as we can to keep dipping into that amount that you owe.
But Cathy,
So
people do pay minimum. They don't think about paying more than a minimum. Let's just gotta be realistic here. These people, even myself, I think about at times, not much. We just pay the minimum. And then we wonder why our balance is still the same.
It is true, and the credit card companies love that, because guess what, Regina? When they say minimum payment, that's usually about 2% of what your balance is. So think about how long you're going to be in debt. Think about how much interest you're going to pay over time. That's why it's important to pay more than the minimum.
I love it. Okay. You teaching us this morning?
Absolutely. And then, we want to talk about the due date. This is really important. We talk about the minimum payment amount, and then we talk about the actual due date. This is when you want to make sure that payment is submitted so that you don't incur a late fee. Typically, credit card companies will say, hey, if you don't pay it by your due date, then we're going to charge you a higher rate just to ensure that we continue to get that money, right? We want to make sure you are penalized for not paying it by the due date. So I want to encourage people to make sure that you pay by your due date, and then more importantly, make sure that you either pay off your amount that you owe. If it's not the balance, you pay as much as you can by the statement closing date. Statement closing date is a big deal because it means that at that point, everything stops, right? And you are now about to be reported to the bureaus. The bureaus have 3 to 7 days to report that balance to the bureau. So we want to make sure that when you get to that statement closing date, you don't do anything else with that account. That makes sense.
Quick question to you, and I know we talked about this before. So is it, life happens. Is it any way that you can call your credit card company and say, hey, listen, some things are going on. Can we change the due date?
Yes,
That's
you
smart.
can absolutely call.
That's smart.
I'm always talking about being an advocate, making sure that you fight for yourself, right? Give them a call. If life does happen, give them a call. And, what people tend not to do is they tend not to call. Oh, maybe I'll just try to figure out how to make it up next month. What happens with that is that you end up paying, a missed payment fee, that late payment fee, and then you get a ding on your credit report, right? Because now you've got a late payment that shows up on your credit report, and payment history is 35% of that score. So we want to make sure that we definitely don't put ourselves in that spot.
So, Cathy,
if life does happen,
let me ask you this question, Cathy. So what if I need to put my credit card on pause? Can I call the company and say, can we pause my credit account right now because I am having some financial difficulties?
Sure. There are credit card companies that will work with you, and they have like hardship programs and what have you. The most important thing, Dr. T, is that you go ahead and build that relationship, that you let them know what's going on. Pick up the phone and just have a conversation. If you don't get, you talk to someone when you first call and you don't get the right person, because sometimes with these companies, you got people that act like the amount of money that you owe belongs to them. Mm-hmm. So you can call back a second time or a third time. I've had a situation where I've had to call, especially when I had challenging ship type of situation where life was happening, couldn't even pay the minimum amount, the 2% they were asking. I couldn't figure out how to come up with that. And so I ended up having to call. And realistically, if you just be transparent and let people know what's going on, I believe, and I'm just a woman of faith, y'all know I am, I believe God would give you favor with your credit card company where they will, either give you some sort of hardship program or give you a program that can help move your date out, whatever it is to help your situation. Just be transparent and have a conversation.
So I love that you're stating that, because a lot of people don't know that they can change their due date. You can change your due date I know on a car you can change your due date. So people don't realize that you don't have to be 30 days late. You can call ahead of time and say, hey, you know what? I need to change my due date on my car. But also know that you got a 10-day grace period with a car. Do you have a 10-day grace period on a credit card?
It really depends. I mean, it depends on the credit card company that you're working with. You should just keep in mind that I have a due date, which is when I need to make that payment by, and then I have a statement closing date. So there's a little bit of gap right in there. I would just encourage people to make sure that you do everything you need to do by your statement closing date, because that's when everything stops and that balance get reported to the credit bureaus. The credit card companies have 3 to 7 days to report the balance. So realistically, I want to encourage people, look, listen, when you get to that statement closing date, if that statement closes on, let's say, October 15th, when you get to October 15th, you make sure you count 7 days out. Don't do anything with that card, because that balance could be reported to the bureau within that time frame. Stop using the card.
Is there anything else that you can share that the listeners need to know about?
I just want to encourage people. I just really want to bring to light that minimum 2% that we were talking about earlier, because people say, listen, I pay the minimum, but it doesn't look like this balance is going down. Just encourage people to pay as much as you can pay. And if you realize, I got a lot of credit card debt. Let's talk about that for a second. So there are people that have multiple different cards. They might have, 5 to 8 cards. And those cards have, they may be at their 30% utilization or hovering around there, but they're still high balances. Well, take one card and start tackling that one. Pay the minimum on all the others and start tackling the one that has the highest interest. And let's get that down to really 0 to 6% will skyrocket people's credit scores. If they really do that, according to FICA and how they do the calculation, if you can keep those credit card balances between 0 and 6%, you put yourself in a much, much better position to have a higher credit score.
So I'm going to leave you with this last thing. Do the small wins. That's important. Miss Cathy, how can they reach you? And I think next month, I really want you to horn in on the other services that you offer. Because we want people to do consultations, we want people to call you, and we need to horn in on the services that you offer. Can you give us one other service you offer besides credit repair, real quick? Just one thing that you guys offer.
Absolutely. We also offer, the ability for you to refinance certain loans that you might have. For instance, like an automobile loan that might have a high interest type of situation, or you've got student loans that might have high interest rates. We can actually offer you services to help you reduce those and refinance those particular types of accounts that you might have.
Great. So how can everybody reach you again?
Certainly. Yes, you can reach me at 1-800-988-9184, 1-800-988-9184. You can also follow me at Impact Life Now. That's Impact Life Now on Instagram and also on Facebook.
And I want to just tell you guys, make sure you follow Cathy Washington, our financial coach, on Facebook, because you know what? She's probably going to kick me about this, but she just did her first reel last week. So I want to congratulate Cathy. She did an amazing job. She did her first reel and doing videos. She's gonna get a little bit behind the scenes and show you some things. I'm excited about the future of the reels, about the videos with Cathy, and I'll probably get a text after this call. But I'm excited for you for that. So
it's all good, Regina, because at the end of the day, my goal is to impact lives. I really want to see people's lives change and change for the better. There's information out here, and why keep it to myself, right? Let's share it with the world. So let's see some lives change. Help people get their financial house in order.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us this morning, and we want to make sure that you have a good week. And if you can reach out to Cathy, give us your 1-800 number one more time.
Yes, 1-800-988-9184, 1-800-988-9184. If you call me, we'll set up a free consultation for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys having me today. Have an amazing day.
Thank you for joining us. We'll be right back with Brenda Davis, the realtor that moves you with Century 21 Town and Country. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Dave Wilkie, service manager at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. Since the 1950s, Joe Longhammer and his family have been honored to service your vehicles. With 112 years of combined service experience, we can take care of any concern you might have. From warranty work to routine oil changes, we treat your vehicle like our own. Call now to schedule a next service appointment at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. Stop by anytime, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Get your vehicle serviced right every time. Call 248-683-7100. That's 248-683-7100.
Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Hi, Joe Longhammer from Longhammer Chevrolet here with Regina, the Queen of Car Loans. What kind of deals you have right now, Regina?
This tax season, I'll match your down payment up to $500 on any new or used vehicle.
So if a customer brings $250,
I'll make it $750.
if they bring $500,
I'll make it $1,000.
when you come in, just ask for Regina, the Queen of Car Loans.
Ha! It's good to be the Queen of Car Loans.
Yes, Joe knows.
To find me and this limited time deal, Google Regina, the Queen of Car Loans.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Whether you're relocating to Michigan from another state or another country, moving across town, upgrading, or downsizing, Brenda D. Davis from Century 21 Town and Country Real Estate is your locally known home purchase expert. Buying or selling your home is a complex process. Let Brenda simplify it every step of the way. Brenda D. Davis, the realtor that moves you. Call 248-909-9711 and get moving on your new home purchase or sale today. That's 248-909-9711. Call now.
You are still listening to Be in the Driver's Seat, and we have joining us Brenda D. Davis, the realtor who moves you from Century 21 Town and Country. So good morning.
Well, good morning, Dr. T. Thank you for that. Good morning, Regina. Good morning, Gail.
Good morning.
How's everyone?
Good this morning.
Good.
Excellent.
So I'm excited about what you're going to talk about today. So listeners, I hope you have your pen and your paper ready. Brenda's going to be talking about 5 small home improvements with big value. Let's get into it, Brenda.
Yes. You know, spring is in the air. We have those buyers that are out there and they're beginning to look. So if you are one of those who are considering or have already decided that you're going to put your home on the market, these small tips, they carry a powerful punch, and they're going to make your house more desirable to those potential buyers. We're going to start with just notifying you and making you aware of the fact that if you spend $25,000 on some type of renovation or home improvement, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to add $25,000 to the value of your home. However, the small things that you do in addition to any large renovation product improvements will most definitely make your house more appealing to those buyers. And we're going to start with something as simple as paint. You know, time and effort with regards to paint is very little, but it can have a huge impact on the appearance of your home. So we want to look at investing in some paint and just sprucing it up. We want to use neutral colors. And we don't want too many differences throughout the house. You know, get your nice color to take care of your entry level. You know, sometimes depending on the room, a little brightness might be something that really helps to perk it up, but we don't want to go crazy. That buyer is looking at moving into a house that they don't have to really come in and do much, and paint is one of those features. They like to see nice neutral colors. I noticed that light tones of gray, sometimes even a dark contrasting wall is nice, but that is a very popular color. We also want to look at your front door. That front door is one of the first things that prospective buyers are going to see. So let's have a nice color. You know, we don't want it overpowering necessarily, but something that says, welcome to my home.
You know what, Brenda? I'm glad you said that because, when I get ready to walk up to someone's door, it lets me know if there's a welcoming environment or not. And so, I kind of look at the windows and stuff before I get to the door.
Right.
So, that's curb appeal too, right? Curb
It
appeal,
is.
and is it inviting? So I'm glad you brought out that tip.
So often when I'm working with buyers, particularly in the winter months, because you don't know what's going on in the neighborhood because everyone is hibernating, right? But I say, look at the windows. Are the blinds nice and evenly, set? Is one hanging one way lopsided and the other one hanging another? That says an awful lot. It's a small thing, but it really says a lot. Do the curtains, if they're curtains there, look nice, or do they look like, they're about to fall down? It does make a difference. The other thing, landscaping is very important. That curb appeal, you cannot beat it. It's what the potential home buyer is going to see first. You can take many of the suggestions that I'm going to make. They're small, but they're powerful, and they're very appealing to the home. First off, you want to make sure your lawn looks nice. If you need to put some seed down to fill in areas that may not be looking like they should, make sure that your hedges are trimmed, that your grass is cut. I know after this storm, even me, I have some trees that fell out in my backyard, and it's been very difficult for me to get someone to come out and to cut those suckers and move it away. But you do need to do that, and it's just that curb appeal means so much. And we are visual. We are very visual as human beings, and so if the lawn is not looking good, they're going to drive on by. But you might want to also install landscaping lighting. That looks very nice in the evening when you have the nice lights that are going around the perimeter of your lawn or surrounding your deck. Makes it look very cheerful and inviting. There are just so many different products that you can buy that really bring life to those areas. You might want to add a water fountain, or they have ponds now that you can install yourself that really add a lot of beauty. Put your fish in it and what have you. In addition to that, plant those beautiful flowers. You have flowers that will rebloom every year, and then you have those that you have to plant every year yourself. But those flowers really, really make the home look beautiful. So we want to consider doing that. You might want to even add a fire pit. Those have become very popular. It kind of gives you the warmth. If you're entertaining in your yard or on your deck or patio, people like that warmth. And some summer nights can be kind of cool, so it's nice to have. You might also want to convert some of the landscaping to a drought-resistant landscaping. If you have an issue with not having adequate watering apparatus, and we know that the water bills are increasing, so you might want to invest in some type of tree or flowers or plants that don't require a lot of water, so you can kind of keep that water bill down. We want to talk about the bathrooms, as Regina would say, singing. Bathroom renovations really are value added. You might want to consider just changing for, a less expensive renovation. You might want to consider just changing your faucets, your hardware in there. You might want to consider putting in a granite or some type of a stone countertops. The rainfall shower head has become very, very popular. Even the frameless surrounding shower doors, that has become very, very popular. It gives it that spa look. So there are just some things like that you might want to keep in mind. You don't have to go overboard, but
let me actually. I'm sorry to cut you off. Let's go back to that bathroom, because I when I first purchased my home, it's an older home, and it's had the pink coloring to it, and the turquoise, and one had blue. So how do you suggest you kind of spruce that up? Do you want to leave it as is, or do you suggest that we kind of glaze that, or a person, when you're looking to sell your home, do you want to keep it as original as possible?
Well, that could become a costly renovation, because that's going to be a renovation. You're going to have a contractor come in, unless you're really, really good at doing stuff like that. That's going to have to break up that existing tile that's surrounding the bathroom. And I know what you're talking about, that bright, intense pink.
It's
or
very
either that
intense.
Pepto-Bismol pink or the greens. I remember our first house had a melon green toilet and bathtub and sink, and we went to replace the sink to get a pedestal and took the toilet top into the store with us so we could match it up. And the guy ordered it and came back. It did not match, but, you know, even the walls were that green color. So a lot of people still like that, though. They like that mid 70s, 50s kind of a look, you know. But, yeah, you can do some things still to spruce up that bathroom. As I said, changing out the hardware, changing the vanities and the countertops.
Gotcha.
You know, kind of dressing up that shower area. They have a couple companies now. I can't tell you the name of them that I've seen on TV. They say within one day they can renovate your whole bathroom. They give you a surround type shower that has the granite or stone look, but it's actually not. But it's very appealing. You know, a lot of people are eliminating bathtubs and taking that space and really enlarging the shower area. For some seniors, they're eliminating the shower or the older bathtub, and they're putting in these step-in bathtubs where you open the door and you step in it, and some of those even have a shower function. So there are a lot of things, a lot of products on the market today that you can utilize to upgrade. And last but not least, we talked about lighting. LED light bulbs and fixtures are very popular now. They cost a little bit less than the older light bulbs that we used to use, and they give a more warm type lighting to the atmosphere. So you might want to consider those smaller improvements. And even if you're in a position to, you know, spend more money, do that. But also keep in mind that when you're making these improvements, you want to consider the surroundings of your home, you want to consider the location, and you want to consider the value of the home itself should you be considering selling it. You don't want to put $20,000 in a bathroom if you're not going to see at least a portion of that come back. You might want to consider the smaller updates and improvements that you can make. So, yeah, any questions with that, guys?
Well, tell us, how can we contact you, Brenda?
I'm at 248-909-9711. You can always reach me through my web, Brenda D. Davis, Realtor.com. Again, that's 248-909-9711.
That's good. So, Brenda, we thank you so much for joining us today. That was some good information. You know, the curb appeal, the lighting, the painting. That was some good information. So we appreciate you bringing that to us today. So, listeners, I hope you wrote down these tips from Brenda D. Davis, the realtor who moves you.
Thank you, Dr. T.
Century 21, Town and Country.
I always appreciate the time spent here with you guys. And listeners, if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to contact me.
And again, that number is?
248-909-9711.
Again?
248-909-9711.
We'll be right back with Alan Garbacik with Stockton Mortgage. We'll be right back.
Hi, Joe Longhammer from Longhammer Chevrolet here with Regina, the Queen of Car Loans. What kind of deals you have right now, Regina?
This tax season, I'll match your down payment up to $500 on any new or used vehicle.
So if a customer brings $250,
I'll make it $750.
if they bring $500,
I'll make it $1,000.
when you come in, just ask for Regina, the Queen of Car Loans.
Ha! It's good to be the Queen of Car Loans.
Yes, Joe knows.
To find me and this limited time deal, Google Regina, the Queen of Car Loans.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
Hi, I'm Dave Wilkie, Service Manager at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. Since the 1950s, Joe Longhammer and his family have been honored to service your vehicles. With 112 years of combined service experience, we can take care of any concern you might have. From warranty work to routine oil changes, we treat your vehicle like our own. Call now to schedule the next service appointment at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. Stop by anytime, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Get your vehicle serviced right every time. Call 248-683-7100. That's 248-683-7100.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
You are still listening to Be in the Driver's Seat, and we have joining us Alan Garbacik from Stockton Mortgage. Good morning, Alan.
Good morning. Good morning. Happy Saturday.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, Alan. How you doing this morning?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Man,
Recovering from Easter still. So.
Oh, okay. You find a lot of eggs out there?
Oh, my son got a ton. It was so fun to watch him. 20 months old, 21 months old, and just amazing to watch him enjoy the family and everything. So
that sounds exciting. So, Alan, let's get into it today. So you're going to share with the listeners ways to finance home improvement. So let's get into it. Talk to us about that.
For sure. So there's a couple of different aspects to this. Number one, when you're buying a house, sometimes that house needs a lot of repairs. What can you do? How can you get those financed in? How can you pay for those repairs after you actually purchase the house or while you're purchasing it? And then on the other side, what if you already own a house and you need to do some real deep down work to it? What can you do to get some money to help out with that? So a lot of different solutions and a lot of things that we can offer.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Share with some of the things you can offer the listeners.
Sure. So let's say you're buying a house and it needs a new roof, needs a brand new kitchen, needs new bathrooms done, all this other stuff, right? This is the purchase process, right? Okay. There's a couple of different products that you can actually finance in a lot of those repairs. So just using easy numbers, you buy a house for $100,000. It's kind of a discounted price because of the condition of the house. What you can do is say, okay, I'm going to upgrade all the condition of the house, and after it's all done, it's going to be worth $150,000. So basically, we could give you a loan based off of that $150,000, while you're actually only buying the house for $100,000.
Wow.
However, the rest of that money has to go directly to a contractor that's going to do all the work.
Okay.
So that you said has to go to a contractor. So do you have to identify the contractor before the loan, or can you identify the contractor after the loan is secured?
As you're going through the loan. So here's the kind of the timeline. You're going out, you're looking at houses. You find the house. As soon as you find that house, you put your offer in, the offer is accepted, you got to be ready with your contractor. That contractor's got to be in that house the next day, 2 days later, looking at everything, giving you all the quotes for the work.
So, Alan, what happens so that's kind of like an estimate that you said, but what happens if the repairs or the improvements are much more than you thought that they were going to be? As a buyer, do I then come back to the mortgage company and say, hey, we need to add more money, or how do you do that?
So one of the things that we do, the contractor goes out and says it's going to cost $40,000 for all the repairs that you guys want done. Okay, and at the end of the day, it might cost $45,000. That's okay, because we have built into the whole mortgage process a 10% leeway on those numbers, and if you don't use it, it just goes right back to the mortgage balance and brings the mortgage balance back down.
Wow, that's good information to know. But we'll be right back. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with Alan Garbacik from Stockton Mortgage.
Hi, I'm Dave Wilkie, Service Manager at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. Since the 1950s, Joe Longhammer and his family have been honored to service your vehicles. With 112 years of combined service experience, we can take care of any concern you might have. From warranty work to routine oil changes, we treat your vehicle like our own. Call now to schedule a next service appointment at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. Stop by anytime, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Get your vehicle serviced right every time. Call 248-683-7100. That's 248-683-7100.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
Hi, Joe Longhammer from Longhammer Chevrolet here with Regina, the Queen of Car Loans. What kind of deals you have right now, Regina?
This tax season, I'll match your down payment up to $500 on any new or used vehicle.
So if a customer brings $250,
I'll make it $750.
If they bring $500,
I'll make it $1,000.
When you come in, just ask for Regina, the Queen of Car Loans.
Ha! It's good to be the Queen of Car Loans.
Yes, Joe knows.
To find me and this limited time deal, Google Regina, the Queen of Car Loans.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
You are still listening to Be in the Driver's Seat. When we went on break, Alan, we were kind of talking about those repairs. You said that there's a little leeway within the loan process, I'm assuming, to if the balance is higher than we actually thought it was going to be with the home improvements. So talk to us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, sure. So through the process, we actually collect 10%. Can't think of the word of what it is. 10% over what the actual quote is, just to plan for a little bit extra of costs. So, let's say you guys go out, you find the house, you get the quote for the kitchen, and you say, you know what? Instead of the granite countertops, I want to move up to quartz or quartzite. Costs an extra $5,000. It's okay. It's okay. It's already built into there. You're good to do that. Anything on top of that, though, you really have to bring some extra money for.
Wow.
So if you go a little bit higher, definitely you're going to have to bring some more money.
So, Alan, talk to the listeners, too. I know that you have probably a list of vendors that you deal with. So what if I come to you and I say, hey, I would like to do these upgrades. Can you refer me to additional vendors that can help take care of the things that I'm asking for?
So even better, you can do a little bit of the work on your own if you wanted to put that in there. It cannot be substantial work. You could do the work on your own on some of the parts of the process, but not substantial work. So as far as contractors and everything, you can bring whoever you want as a contractor to do this work. They have to be licensed, they have to be insured, and we have to go through kind of a vetting process with them.
Right. Just so I can add a little something to that. If you're purchasing a home, then you will have a home inspection, or at least I strongly advise that you have a home inspection. And quite often, that inspector will have a wealth of contractors that they'd be more than happy to share with you. Sometimes, as a real estate agent, I also have contractors that I have had experiences with that I know that will do a quality job and be timely in whatever it is that they're doing there. So, just reach out. Even if you have friends or relatives or neighbors who have recently had a home improvement, you might also want to check with them, get their ratings and then the information concerning that contractor if you want to move forward.
So let's just so we clear. So if a person is a general contractor who's actually buying a home, right? They are a general contractor. They are certified. Can they are they eligible to be the person who works on the home, or it has to be someone separate?
So that is kind of a touchy subject because you're really close to the whole process and you're financing all that for yourself. So it depends on the lender. I know that we would consider it, but we would really have to do a good vetting of you as a contractor and the homeowner itself. So.
Gotcha. Because I know with supply chain issues and the way the housing is going at this point, and you say you put in a contingency for those type of items just in case, if somebody's going to do it themselves or they want to do an upgrade. People are finding it that, there are general contractors out there or people who are working on buying these homes, specifically in the Detroit area, who are, just wanted to make sure if they were eligible to if they could or could not work on their own home.
Yeah, like I said, it is possible. The mortgage companies, they just find it a little bit risky to say, hey, you want to buy a house, we'll give you extra money just to do the repairs, and we'll trust that you'll do them. Okay.
And when you talk about refinancing the home itself for these necessary improvements, is it hard to refinance? Like, what is the steps now currently in the system that we're in right now?
So these same solutions you can use as a refinance as well. So let's say you own a home and at the current state of the home, it's worth $100,000. But if you were to upgrade the kitchen and bathrooms and whatever else inside the house, it'd be worth $150,000. We can refinance you and get you some extra cash out to pay for those repairs through that same
That's
same
good to know.
programs.
So, Alan, for an existing homeowner, this still qualifies that you have to refinance the house to get the additional money. But what if you just want, you don't really want a lot? You just want to pull out like a couple, maybe $10,000 to
That's
do
a
some things.
great question. Absolutely. So there is a lot of companies out there, a lot of mortgage companies that offer home equity lines of credit. We do as well. Ours is geared more towards people that are trying to get higher loan to values, 90 to 95% of the value of the house. So absolutely, you can pull out some extra money with a home equity line of credit to do those repairs as well. And at that point, you have full autonomy on who does the repairs and everything.
Right. When we're talking refinancing, we're normally recommending that not only to pull the equity out of the home, but to get a lower interest rate as well. And you guys know, as your realtor, I've been preaching it at just about every show that you're married to the house, not the interest rate. So please always keep in mind that because your interest rate, last week they were in the upper sixes, they were below 7.
Mid to high sixes, yeah.
So even if you have to initially start with that type of an interest rate, keep in mind that at some point that rate is going to go down even more, because we were at 7 something. It's going to continue to decrease a bit. Be sure that you keep yourself in a position where you are credit worthy, that you're able to refinance that house and take advantage of the lower interest rates.
Alan, how often can you refinance the home?
You can refinance a home as many times as you want, whenever you want. There's cost to do so. You have to make sure that it makes a lot of sense to do so. So if you're buying a home right now in the high sixes, you're going to be refinancing over the next couple of years, maybe even later on this year.
Oh.
It just depends on where the interest rates go and where you can get that interest rate to. So, and also on to Brenda's comment, a quiz for all you guys. What's the interest rate on a rent?
0%.
100%.
I know, I was being funny.
So if you're renting, you're paying 100% interest rate now. So
That's true.
Look into buying.
That's so true. Not earning any equity either. I just I wanted to inquire about the cost associated. Now, Alan, if, for instance, someone buys a house like now at the current interest rate, and they decide in less than a year, or maybe even a year down the road, that they want to refinance that, I know that typically they have the cost of the appraiser. The house has to be appraised. How long is that appraisal that they had when they purchased the house good for?
So if they want to refinance, they're going to have to get a new appraisal, almost no matter what. There are appraisal waivers that can be had. So if you bought the house with a 20% or higher down payment, you've got good credit, everything is looking good, we may be able to get away with not doing an appraisal on that house and getting you that refinance done.
Good information.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
And we, if you buy a home with us, one of the things that we do, there's some internal mortgage costs to to financing a home. If you buy a home with us, we give you the mortgage. 6 months later, a year later, you want to refinance, we take care of those internal costs for you guys.
So, Alan, share with the listeners, how can they get in contact with you?
Absolutely. Again, I'm with Stockton Mortgage, and direct line to me is 248-582-6680. Located in Bloomfield Hills, and 248-582-6680.
You heard it here, right on Being the Driver's Seat. Alan Garbacik from Stockton Mortgage.
Well, this has been wonderful. Glad to have you. This is a wonderful Saturday. Get out and enjoy it.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday, everyone.
Hi, I'm Dave Wilkie, Service Manager at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. Since the 1950s, Joe Longhammer and his family have been honored to service your vehicles. With 112 years of combined service experience, we can take care of any concern you might have. From warranty work to routine oil changes, we treat your vehicle like our own. Call now to schedule the next service appointment at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. Stop by anytime, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Get your vehicle serviced right every time. Call 248-683-7100. That's 248-683-7100.
Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Hi, Joe Longhammer from Longhammer Chevrolet here with Regina, the Queen of Car Loans. What kind of deals you have right now, Regina?
This tax season, I'll match your down payment up to $500 on any new or used vehicle.
So if a customer brings $250,
I'll make it $750.
if they bring $500,
I'll make it $1,000.
when you come in, just ask for Regina, the Queen of Car Loans.
Ha! It's good to be the Queen of Car Loans.
Yes, Joe knows.
To find me and this limited time deal, Google Regina, the Queen of Car Loans.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
You've been listening to Be in the Driver's Seat with Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and mental health expert, Dr. Teresa Moore.
Brought to you by Joe Longhammer Chevrolet of Waterford.
Be in the Driver's Seat, a Saturday morning mix of cars, credit, and wellness created just for you. From Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and Dr. Teresa Moore, thank you for listening.